Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be discussing the battery life on my brand new OnePlus 6. I already did the unboxing about a week ago. I had the phone for about a week, so should you wish to watch the unboxing, please do have a look on my channel. I'll also leave a link down below. Please do check it out if you haven't so far. So this is the Silk White limited edition in the UK. When it came on the very first day, it ran out of stock within 24 hours guys, but I was lucky that I was able to get hold of one, so please do check it out. I'm not too sure if it's still in stock, but please don't wait too much if you want this version. Like I said, this is a limited edition and it will not stay for long, so please go and purchase one should you wish to. It comes with 8 gigs of RAM and also 128 gigs of internal storage. Okay, so the back is made from glass like all other OnePlus 6s, in like the one with black color and the other colors, but this color is a bit more special. If you touch this color, it gives you that nice silky matte finish. It doesn't seem as if it's glass like on the black ones where you get the fingerprint smudges, you get so much other, you can see the reflection. This one is not as reflective, it's more silky, it's more nicer, it's nice to hold in the hand as well, and I like this color. From day one, ever since the phone was launched, I decided I'm going to go for the OnePlus 6 Silk White, even though I had to wait for over 2 weeks, but I did wait, and I tell you what, it was all worth the wait. Okay, so like I said, we'll be discussing the battery life on this phone. So let's quickly have a look and see which version of Android the OnePlus 6 is running. So let's get into settings, and right at the end, as you can see guys, there is a system update waiting already. I'll be discussing that update right at the end of the video because that update is linked to the battery life on OnePlus 6, something which I read today on the internet. Okay, so about phone, there we go. As you can see, it's running OxygenOS 5.1.7, which is the second OTA update after 5.1.6. And also the phone has got a 1st of May Android security patch level update, so it looks pretty much updated, and also running Android version 8.1.0 Oreo. So all so far looking so good. This phone is definitely value for money. If this is the phone you want and you don't want to spend too much money, you want the top end specs like the Snapdragon 845, 8 gigs of RAM, or 128 gig, or maybe up to 256 gig, then OnePlus 6 is the phone to go for. Absolutely stunning, world-class performance, very smooth, and decent battery life so far from what I've seen. Okay, so in my typical style now, let's get into photos and let's have a look and see what screenshots I've been taking ever since I had the phone on me. So once I've got the phone out of the box, I received OxygenOS 5.1.6, which was the very first update I got ever since I owned the phone, even though I heard there were a couple of updates even before that as well. Okay, so this was the very first update. I did discuss this a little bit in my unboxing, and like I said guys, I will leave a link down below should you wish to check the unboxing of the OnePlus 6 Silk White. Okay, so here on my first run, the battery was down to 65% guys, as you can see, and I was mostly using Wi-Fi. As you can see, 17 hours and 5 minutes since the full charge, and I was able to achieve 2 hours and 57 minutes of screen on time, nearly 3 hours when the battery was down to 65%. As you can see, the usage on here as well, 17% on the screen, 4% on Wi-Fi, phone idle for 3%, and so on. So this goes to show my real actual usage, as you can see. So screen 40%, showbox, Wi-Fi, WhatsApping, making phone calls, did use a camera a lot as well. So I had a good strong day with the phone, and after using all this and the battery down to, as you can see guys, 4%, I was able to achieve a total screen on time of 6 hours and 40 minutes. This is very good, and I did not expect that this kind of battery life from OnePlus 6, because the general trend this year so far has been downwards, especially with all those phones using Snapdragon 845, and the battery life, despite the chipset being more efficient, hasn't been that great in general. The Samsung Galaxy S9 is suffering with battery life, and so is the HTC U12 Plus and a couple of other phones that have come out so far with Snapdragon 845. So keeping that in mind, I think there was a very good screen on time of 6 hours and 40 minutes. Okay, here I was actually testing the rapid charging, or the dash charging like OnePlus calls it. So the battery was down to 4%, as you can see, and I plugged in the standard dash charger at 4:58 on the 15th of June. And you can see guys, the next screenshot, the battery went all the way up to 82% at 5:45. So 4:58, 5:45 is not looking too bad at all. Dash charging is very rapid guys, up to 90% once it was 5:57, so not looking too bad. In just over an hour you can fully charge the battery. As you can see, 6:05 it was up to 93%. So like I said, it slows down at the end, but the first half an hour to 45 minutes is really quick, so you won't be missing much. With 6 to 7 hours of screen on time and rapid charging, I think you got a perfect recipe for a phone ready for you to last all day, and also if needed can give you rapid charging. So I'm not going to moan about wireless charging. This phone does not need wireless charging because dash charging is already so fast. Okay, here I was testing the standby time. As you can see, the battery was down to 67% on 16th of June at 2:38 a.m. and when I checked it again in the morning at 11:18, as you can see, the battery was down to 63%, and it only lost, I think, about 4%. And I would still classify this as just above average because I've seen better on some phones, but still keeping in mind, like I said, some issues that we're having with Snapdragon 845 with less efficiency, more standby drain, not good screen on times, I think this is still above average and still on the better side of things so far in 2018. And the brightness, guys, I've been keeping it around 50%. The screen gets very bright. I'm very happy with the screen. It's an AMOLED screen, as you guys know. They call it optic AMOLED, but it's more or less super AMOLED or AMOLED, but it's got very punchy colors, deep black, especially at night time, and also keeping it up to 50% is more than enough. Even at sometimes at night time I have to bring it down below 50 because the screen, like I said, gets really bright and some very punchy, nice colors. Okay, here I took this screenshot, guys, just to show you that at times on Android Oreo, when an app uses too much battery, you get this message says high power usage reminder, Google Plus is draining your battery. So this is something good I really like on Android Oreo. Okay, here then I got the second OTA update. As you can see, OxygenOS 5.1.7. I got a few things like fixed schedule for issues with the DND, bootloader security enhancements, along with some bug fixes and overall performance improvement. So I also installed this, like I showed you earlier. The phone currently at the moment is running 5.1.7 and the battery life hasn't been affected as such. Okay, here as you can see, another run, the battery down to 5%, as you can see, guys, here. So using it for 23 hours and 10 minutes. My normal usage, camera, Wi-Fi, everything else, Google Maps, satellite navigation, I was able to eventually achieve a total screen on time of 5 hours and 51 minutes once again, which is very nice. I do remember using here a bit of 4G as well, and that's why it was a slight decrease in the screen on time, and also the camera was used quite heavily as well, so that's why there was slightly less screen on time as opposed to before, but still very good figures, like I said, as opposed to what you have in other flagship phones in 2018. Here I was testing once again for standby time at 95% at 1:35 a.m. and as you can see, it went down to 91% at 10:56 a.m. so once again it lost around 4% overnight, just above average, not looking too bad. Another run on Wi-Fi, the battery went down to 5% with my normal usage. As you can see, screen, camera, YouTubing, Wi-Fi, Instagram and everything else, and I was able to achieve 4 hours and 25 minutes of screen on time. Now here it was slightly less because I also used 4G, and on top of that you can see camera was used a lot. This was the time when I took the phone out and I was recording all my 4K and 1080p samples to put on my YouTube channel. In fact, I ended up using the phone without charging for recording all the samples, and not only recording but also uploading all the samples on the same one battery charge, and that's why using the camera heavily did take the battery down quicker. But still, despite using it very heavily outside using 4G, still I was able to achieve a total of 4 hours and 25 minutes of screen on time, which is not bad at all. Okay, here I received new update 5.1.8. Now I would like to mention something here. I am hearing, apparently I read on GSM Arena just today and a couple of more websites, that those people who have installed 5.1.8 are actually struggling with battery life. Some people are even reporting battery drain on 5.1.7, but a lot of people are also complaining about 5.1.8. Now apparently OnePlus are fully aware. I'm yet to install this update because I'm a bit skeptical. I'm not too sure how the phone will behave. However, like you guys know, I'm a YouTuber. I like testing, so at some point, maybe after this video, I will install this update 5.1.8 and I will see if the battery drains out. Please do stay tuned to my social media. All the links are down in the description. I will be posting the updates if the battery drains down or what kind of screen on time do I get in the next few days after installing 5.1.8. In fact, I can quickly show you as well where I read. So if you go into GSM Arena's app and if you open this article here, there we go. And here, as you can see, it says here very clearly that the latest update for some OnePlus phones ruins battery life, OnePlus 6 included. So it's not only affecting OnePlus 6, it's also affecting 3T, as you can see guys. It says here 5 and 5T, and also OnePlus 6. So it'll be very interesting to see how this affects my phone, and if I end up installing 5.1.8, how will it behave, and if it drains any battery life or affects the overall screen on time. So that's pretty much it from me guys for now. I will keep you informed, and like I said, the best way to stay in touch with me would be to follow me on social media, on Instagram and Twitter especially. I'll be giving you regular updates of how the phone is behaving in the next few days once I've installed the latest update. And if the battery drains, I'm sure at some point OnePlus will definitely release an update. So guys, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. Any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment sections, and please do let me know if you have a OnePlus 6 and if your battery is draining. It'll be interesting to see what you have to say guys, and we'll discuss it further in the comment section. And please guys, subscribe to my channel as it helps, and I shall see you in the next video.